To other sport now, Melbourne United's 9-game winning streak has come to an end, going down to the Sydney Kings by 3 points at John Cain Arena last night. But there's no time to waste for United. They face the reigning champions Illawarra Hawks away from home tomorrow.
Yeah, good energy. Obviously the boys want to bounce back after the disappointing one last night, and then we obviously got a bit of history with Illawarra, so I think all the fellas are looking forward to a really good competitive game. I'm excited. Illawarra's got a great crowd and the city really gets behind the team, so yeah, just really looking forward to, like I said, a competitive game, and they've got a great squad looking to prove something, so looking forward to it.
The clash will be the first time the sides have faced off against each other since last year's championship series.
Thanks for flying Qantas today on a brand new A321. Enjoy your time in Sydney or wherever you're travelling on to. Thanks for flying Qantas.
Obviously a bit of a rivalry from last year's grand final series, and then you got Melbourne coming off a loss, and I actually think it's a good thing. I think the undefeated thing was never going to stick, and I think for them as a group, you probably start to actually think about that as you're playing, but you can act like you don't, but you do. And so for them and where they want to go, I think they want to see instant reaction. And like you said, Jack, it's a big week for them. For Dino and that coaching staff, I think they'd be just trying to see, can this group bounce back like we believe it can?
Josh, you watch all this here, mate?
And I just want you to look back and say, hey, what are the things in our position that I think we're doing really well? What's been really successful? And as part of when you go on a streak like that, we did some things really well. And we got to continue to remind ourselves what we did that was great, that really helped the team. And then what's an area of improvement to say, what can we do in our position that just helps us a little bit more right now? All right. Spend 3 minutes. Yeah. Tyson, what do you guys have? Would you like, and what's the improvement?
We like the pace we were playing with, our defense.
Those are the things that we're preaching the whole time, and when we're really good at it, our spacing's great and our pace of movement's great. And so teams are seeing it, and now they're starting to say, well, how can we disrupt it? We saw it the other night. What are teams going to do to slow our action down, and how can we continue to counter it? And that's going to be part of our shoot around today. But hey, they played pretty good basketball in Adelaide the other day on a team that doesn't want to play too fast. But what I did see from them, to say, if they watched the Sydney game, Swaka and Greeter played on cotton the other night. And so again, you guards, Milt, CG, and you guys are going to expect similar kind of thing tonight. They're going to make it difficult. Cool. Anything from you guys?
Great, got up, went to the beach. Lucky we stayed like 100 metres from the beach, and went and had breakfast with Finn down the road. Caught up with Harry Froling, a good friend of mine, and going to shoot around now. Obviously these guys played in the championship last year, so there's probably a bit more meaning to the game, and just be cool to be in Illawarra and play a game.
Bolo, you're McGee. All right, to start with. Ball.
Score that one.
Here we go. 5. Carry us.
7, 8, 3 up. 4, 5.
It's crazy. Tyson, just one be better from the other night. Was one thing. Fellas, that was a intense game. Like physicality, that one for me is of any game that we played this year felt like any moment that we got wrong, you got punished for. Right? We got punished for any turnover, we got punished for wrong execution, we got punished for not boxing out. Right? That's where that's the improvement for us right now, to say by the end of the year, we've got to get rid of that shit. We've got to get rid of it in those really key moments that we taking care of the basketball, we're executing, we're boxing out, we're doing all these really simple things that you spend all the year talking about, but in the moment, in the big moments, you got to get them done. And we didn't the other night. So I answered your question. Let's
Not on three, 1, 2, 3. Great answer.
How was shoot around? Great session. Just preparing for a good comeback game, and everybody has the good energy we need. So yeah, I'm excited.
just want to talk about, the other night, and there's been a drop off right now because we're not getting back. We're not having a big enough wall to go ahead and guard that. Hey, I do want to mention to say this is a cup game. All right, so we did really well in the first cup game. The only difference for you guys is to say end of quarters, we'll let you know about what's going on and make sure that we get the opportunity to win as many quarters as possible. All right. Hey, this whole game is about our response though. So we dropped off in a couple of areas. Our rebounding 9-0 boards in the second half, big moments. We talked about it at shoot around. Let's go and win those big moments tonight. Win the sprints to start with. And then you talk about your defense, we start giving up these 90s, and I'm looking at a lot of it, it's like, that's one-on-one D. That's one-on-one D. Do we not play enough one-on-one D in practice? Sit down and guard
United on three, 1, 2, 3.
The one thing about Melbourne is they don't have time enough to scout the Illawarra Hawks because, like you said, they just played a couple of days ago. So if Tatum can come out and shut down the big-time stars, then they got a chance to win.
No, I think it's going to be a really, really tough matchup. I know you look at the Hawks and their struggles so far, but everything that we've seen from the Illawarra in the Adelaide game specifically, how good Dave O'Hickey was, and Melbourne United with such a quick turnaround in an emotional-fueled game, I think this is going to come right down to the wire.
Everyone knows not understanding last time, right? That's how we bounce back. The season's going to be full of ups and downs. That's how we respond. We set the tone.
Not on three, 1, 2, 3.
And we get our championship series rematch to kick off round 8.
Decent defense, and that was way too easy for Tyler.
Credits to the inside. Delaney's able to fend off Peatling and finish. Walker now back into the game. Daniels off the tape. Right up and banks it home. Crafty move from the next up. Walker had it, lost it. Delaney got McGee up in the air. Back to Walker for 3, knocked it down. What a way to end the opening term for the Hawks. Magnificent stuff. It's worth a look, and that's worth a look from Jesse Edwards. It's worth more than a look. To the space, didn't want to put it up, gets into the lane and floats it home.
Can't use Chris in transition.
Fellas, we got foul trouble. There's a feeling like, hey, we're getting killed a little bit at that end with the call right now, and it's 19-2 free throws. All right, there's some about the aggression and what they're getting away with, or what they're creating by creating contact when they get in the lane to get these fouls right now. All right, I know the big fella's going to get some. All right, But everybody else is picking up these loose ones right now. The scramble is poor. This is a chip away right now, though. All right, finish stuff around the rim. Keep moving the basketball. That creates great three-point shots. All right, and then be super disciplined with our body right now. But we've got to initiate some.
Not on three. 1, 2, 3.
Golding free throw line, drops it off, and Edwards thumps it home again. Back players, Doyle gets to the cup and scores. Shooting it sweet from outside. Walker answers right back. Doyle straight through Peterson. Daniels is able to lay it home. Doyle wants the former. Bowen won't make it work the first time, will the second. Delaney teeing up a three. Got it! Ruby in for a big final term. Delaney splashes in another triple. Edwards works his way inside again. Edwards throws it down once more. Champions really put their foot down and throw themselves into the midst of this season, beating Melbourne United 107 to 93.
Working the glove till they feel right. It's easier to see when it's hindsight. You looking at the greatest in a lifetime. So high up in the sky, where do we land? Trying to bite, they looking for a rebrand. Take a lap, I'ma show yo we ain't playing. I'm the greatest of all time. What does you stand?
7 or 8 or 9, and then they would hit a big shot. Why do you feel like you guys weren't able to sort of cut it anything closer to?
Yeah, it felt like that. It felt like we couldn't slow the momentum down. Kind of any time we got a stop or something like that, they would come back down and hit a shot, or we couldn't capitalise on the stops that we could get with making shots. I think we got a lot of good ones, especially in the first half. A lot of really good looks that we missed, especially in the first quarter. But yeah, sometimes you just have to make shots, and yeah, defensively, I think we just couldn't. You know, Dino spoke on it. They played with a lot of pace, and we just couldn't slow them down, especially to start the game, and couldn't stop their momentum.
What's the feeling in the group? You win 9 in a row, and that feels great, and you just 2 in a row. It must be a pretty foreign feeling this season. What's the feeling like?
I mean, it's obviously foreign this season, but you know, we have a lot of experienced guys. This is the NBL. You know what I mean? It's like it's been such a great league over the last 5-10 years, because anyone can beat anyone on any floor on any given day. You know, so we have to learn from this, and you know, we got a big one on Saturday, you know, against Southeast. So come out with a different intent.